What's up, guys? It's me, JellyKnees. So on Monday of this week, Metabuff dropped a surprise menu UI video, showing us what we can expect from them before we join a game of core. I wanted to go into some detail about this UI and break down some of the things I noticed and what I hope to see implemented as well.
First thing we see is the login screen. Now we know that Core is going to use its own launcher put out by Metabuff, and that means you'll need to make an account with them in order to play. For now, this screen seems kind of bare bones, but I'm sure we'll see some improvements in the future. After we get logged in, we're taken to the main screen for Core, which has a background that's very reminiscent of a spawn that you would see in-game. We're also shown 3 tabs on the left side, which looks like it's intended to show off new content that'd be added periodically throughout the game's life. I think it's great that you would showcase this to your players because it drives them to look at things they may not have seen before. Next up, we have the items under the Play tab of the menu. This has 3 sub-tabs for Casual Play, Ranked Play, and the Proving Grounds. Casual Play will be your standard blind pick 5v5 game mode where you can practice with little to no stakes and potentially have some mirror matchups. You will also be able to find co-op and solo versus AI in this tab. Ranked Play will be a draft mode that will let you earn a status in Core and fight against others to prove who's the best. In Ranked, it looks like there's going to be a solo queue, a team queue, and if you are willing to fill in for someone, a looking for group option that will give you an additional 10% XP as well. Now, the third tab under Play is the Proving Grounds, which will act as your training or practice mode in Core. In theory, this will let you test out build paths, practice your last hitting, or check out your jungle clear. I'm not sure if this feature will be available when the alpha launches, but it will be a very welcoming feature for those new players trying to learn the basics, or for veterans to practice some of the finer mechanics of the game. Now, we don't get any glimpse of the other tabs shown in the menu, but I wanted to run through them and talk about my thoughts on each one. Keep in mind, all of these things are just what I would like to see and have not been confirmed by Metabuff. I've reached out to them for some more info, but I haven't heard back quite yet. So if I get a response from them, I'll be sure to update everyone. First up, we have the Profile tab. I think this will be the place where you can check the masteries you have on each hero, as well as your personal stats, such as rank, KDA, win percentage, things like that. Perhaps they will also have some kind of interesting stats showing how many minions you've killed or cores you've just destroyed, which would just be a fun addition that I enjoy seeing in games like this. Next up is the store, which I presume will be your kind of standard item shop or skin shop, where you'll be able to get heroes, skins, emotes, banners. Nothing too crazy about this one that I'm aware of. After the store, we have the Collection tab, which I believe is going to be where you check out heroes and their abilities, as well as any skins you've unlocked for them. I'd also like to see an item shop be in this tab, so we can look at them without actually having to go into a game or the Proving Grounds to check out builds. Now we have what is, in my opinion, the most interesting tab, Alliance. I believe this will be a guild/clan system where you can join up with your friends or people you meet playing the game that can be a constant source of teammates to play with. I'd love to see some sort of competitive aspects be included in this function, something where you can go head-to-head against other alliances and earn special rewards. Metabuff has stated they want to do some built-in competitions with the game, so maybe that's where the Alliance system will come in. Last up, we have the Community tab, which I believe will be a dedicated section where you'll be able to see artwork or videos that are made by content creators like myself. I think this is a really cool section that should be very heavily utilized by Metabuff to call attention to some of the great work being done by their community. Now, I am going to be skipping over the Settings tab since it seems fairly generic of a tab and I have no specific details on what options we will have for graphics or audio or anything like that. So let's see what it's like to jump right into a game from the menu. It looks like there's going to be a role selector where you'll be able to select at least 2 roles that you're comfortable playing before they put you into a game. It's also pretty unclear if you'll be guaranteed those roles or if there will be some kind of fill system implemented as well. Once we are in the hero selection screen, it shows us all the heroes as well as each team and who they have picked. In the top right, you're going to be able to filter the hero list as well by a specific hero type. Now, as you click on the character, you'll be able to see a bar showing their general estimate for health, mana cost, offensive and defensive capabilities. You will also be able to see the mastery level you've already earned on that hero. On this page, I have a couple things that I'd like to see changed slightly. I'd like to see the hero panel be made slightly smaller so you can increase the size of the model in the center of the screen and get a better look at them. Toward that end, I would also like to see them put the team composition panels toward the outside of the screen a little bit more, just to make room for that. The other thing I would like to see changed is the abilities panel on the right. This footage shows that you have to click a box in order to see the hero's abilities. I'd like to see that changed so that it's always visible so you can save some time. After everyone's selected their hero, you'll be taken to a screen where you can select your skin and core powers. Now, I have 2 ideas of what the core powers could be. My first thought is that the core powers will be something similar to summoner spells like you would see in League of Legends. My other thought is that they're going to bring back the different types of orb prime buffs that you can get. and make it so you have to select which you prefer in the character select screen as opposed to building it in your deck like Paragon had. The last thing we get in this teaser is a shot of all 10 characters running at each other, which I think is a cool way to have a load screen for us to get into the game.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this deeper dive into the menu UI, and if you want to see more, be sure to hit subscribe. Now, also, I want to know what you guys think the core powers could be, so go ahead and comment that below. If you want to see my other core video, go ahead and click here, and if you want to see another take about core done by Mangoose, go ahead and click there. I'll catch you guys in the next one.